And we are live. Hello guys. So I have made a mistake with the I actually just finished recording my first game, my first recording of this video game, and I accidentally recorded it without any gameplay audio. So I'm gonna have to re-record the this whole thing with the game audio. Yeah, this video game is NUKITASHI. It's a video game by studio Qruppo, one of my favorite game studios, and this is definitely a family friendly game, if you know what I mean. Yeah. The display changes, signaling the end of the advertisement. It had run for a few minutes. It took about as long to play as the ship did to traverse the distance between the island's port of entry and our final destination. The sound of waves crashed around us as the ship cut through the water. As it decreases its speed, the waves begin to change their shape. Cheers of joy can be heard inside the ship. The vibrant energy of this place is already palpable for those of us up on the deck too. The island can't speak, but we all feel its welcome. And yet... Yeah... Staring at the big blue island, I muttered to myself. Guess we're back here again. The beginning of a new day is more or less always a pleasant affair. Even being in an unfamiliar room, which I've just moved into, shouldn't make too much of a difference. The vivid morning sunlight filters through the trees, streams in through the curtains, and I hear the healing chirps of songbirds. Are those songbirds? Of course, that would only be natural. A sound so pleasant to the ears at this time of morning couldn't come from any other source. Yep, no doubt about it. This is the beginning of a wonderful day. Undoubtedly, this morning is giving me its blessing for my first day as a transfer student. As I slip in my arms into the sleeves of my new school uniform, I find myself feeling a little anxious. My heart is thumping away, most likely out of anticipation for all the new people I'm going to meet. Alright, that should do it. I straightened out my uniform and put on my brand new glasses. All dressed up and ready to go. Right, now let's check on the other one of us. Walking along the unfamiliar corridor, I stop in front of the door standing adjacent to the door of my own room. Hey, Asa. I open the door without waiting and call out to her. Time to wake up, sister of mine. It's morning. What are you grumbling about? You're starting at a new school today. I stand beside the bed and shake her.
兄、妹の名前を知っ ているか。
What's this all about?
妹の名前言ってみろ。
It's Asane.
そう、つまり朝ね。
Get your butt out of bed.
抜きたし。
Hey Asa, are you ready yet? Have you brushed your teeth and gotten dressed?
まあできたけどさ。
She turns up looking listless.
兄、本当に学校行くの？
What kind of question is that? We don't have much other choice being students and all.
ねえねえ、やめようよ。妹は学園に行く意味を1ミリも見出せないよ。
Stop thinking so hard about the reason why we have to go. Simple as that.
なんで学校に行かなきゃいけないんだろう。勉強って何？そもそも人間とは何だろう。死とは。もとより我らが見ているのは洞窟の影。
My sister is suddenly struggling with a theory of ideas. When she gets like this, she's really a pain in patooey. It's impossible to get her to budge. But as her older brother, I need to find some ways to get this lazy, unmotivated sister of mine to come along to school. Oh, look at you closer. Wow, don't you look great in your new uniform? What a complete surprise! She may be a space case, but she's also an electronics wizard. That really cuts my work out for me, dealing with her.
学校に行きたくないんだもんよ。だってさ、兄。
She crouches on the ground and points to the door.
この島、やっぱりめちゃくちゃやばいよ。
Well, I guess I can't argue with that. I've tried as hard as possible to keep the thought out of my mind. The thought of what's waiting for us the moment we step outside. Maybe Asa's right. Wouldn't it be safer for us to just stay inside and lay low? Right. That'd be the best. Let's do that. Better safe than sorry, after all. We just stay home today and... I suddenly come to my senses. I can feel the piercing gazes of our dearly departed parents from a photo in the entryway. Father, mother, forgive me. I swore on your graves that I would properly raise this hopeless sister of mine. So help me God. That's enough. You keep this tantrum up and I will sling you over my shoulder and carry you there.
嫌じゃ。
It's a scorcher today. I shield my eyes with my hand and gaze up into the sun, which is already hanging quite high in the sky. It's only the beginning of May, but the sun already feels hot enough to burn my arms. Only a couple days ago, we were both in Tokyo and dressed for the cold weather. Gotta love tropical islands, eh?
8月にはもっと暑くなるみたいだよ。代わりに台風も到着そういみたいだけど。やだね、まったく。
Asana takes out a pamphlet she's got on the board of a shit out of her bag and skims through it. Right, give me that pamphlet. I'll find the route myself.
ああ、私がやるって。兄ってば方向音痴でどこ行くかわかんないじゃんかよ。
Don't be ridiculous. I can at least read a map. Right. Let's see here. On the first page of the map is a general outline of the entire island, and the second page has road details on it. The island has a distinctly unusual shape when viewed from above. An aerial view shows a heart-shaped bank running around the outside of the island we're standing on. The airport and island entry inspection is on the shore, making the rest act as a natural fortress. Evidently, it was viewed as some kind of defense line or something during the war. Whoa, the coral reef sticks out above sea level on this shore.
バリアリーフでしょ。もう日本のボラボラ島とか呼ばれてるらしいしね。
Tourist cottages standing above water line and bay. The beautiful sea is surrounded by a barrier reef. It's usually called something like the Alluring Sea. It looks crystal clear, likely owing to the coral reef growing in the shallows. The contrast between the light blue water of the shallows and the deep blue perimeter of where the island's boundaries form undoubtedly aided in giving the island its fitting name of Seirang, Indigo Blue Island. To think I lived here way back when, huh? Makes me feel kind of weird relearning all the stuff in this pamphlet. Asan appears over my shoulder in order to read the pamphlet herself.
そうだね。ここって今人口1万5,000人くらいなんだ。
Were there that many people when we used to live here?
ちょっとずつ増えてるみたい。さすが今最もホットな島ですこと。
For some time now in Japan, there have been much ado made about the declining population. Even now, things haven't changed much, with people increasingly moving out of the main city centers and into surrounding suburbs. Things are reaching critical mass. But Seiran Island has proved an exception. Its population has not decreased, but rather has been continually increasing. Of course, there's a good reason for that. My name is Junnosuke Tachibana. I transferred here from Tokyo. I used to live on this island a long time ago, but I was young then, so I don't remember any of it. So basically, I'm as good as a newcomer to Seiran Island. My hobbies include computing, making things, and bodybuilding. Nice to meet you. As I bow my head, my classroom breaks out into rousing applause.
はいはい。みんな静かにしてちょうだいね。
The classroom teacher seems unfazed. Perhaps transfer students aren't at all rare here.
じゃあ立花くんはあの席に座って。教科書は机の上に一式揃っているから。よし。それじゃあ授業を始めます。
The first period begins in silence. It looks anticlimactically quiet and serious. The teacher follows the textbook and students silently take notes. Is everybody here super diligent? They seem to be taking things much more seriously than my school back in Tokyo. Let's see, what page are we at now? Huh? Thanks. A taciturn-looking student next to me answers in a sullen voice.
彼はいつもそんな表情だから気にしないで。古文はその大きい便欄とプリントメインだから大丈夫だと思うよ。これからよろしくね、立花くん。
Yeah, likewise. My little sister should be able to get a proper education here too. A little while later, first period draws to a close.
ねえねえ、立花くん。どう？ここに転校してきて。
A moment later, my desk is surrounded.
おう、なんか困ったことないか？俺たちでよければ力になるからさ。
おいおいみんな、立花が困ってるじゃないか。焦らず、ゆっくり慣れていけばいいんだぞ。
One after another, in steady fashion, each of my classmates come to my desk. They haven't had time to make introductions to me, so I guess this is making up for that. I suppose being a transfer student would also account for all the commotion they're stirring up around me. Yeah, this isn't so bad. I might just be able to live a normal student life here. Morning classes are now over. All in all, it was an uneventful morning. 5-minute breaks and all right to the end. From here on out, we get a closer break for lunch. We get a longer break for lunch. Huh? Looks like no one's come back yet. We changed classrooms for the 4th period, but not a single classmate has returned. Funny that I could have sworn we all left the other classroom together. Well, whatever. Time to grab a bite. I'm pretty sure they have a cafeteria here at Mitsuki Academy. I didn't bring my own lunch, so I'll need to buy something here. With that thought on my mind, I turned to leave the classroom. At practically the exact same instant, the class bell rings out. It's over. I breathe a sigh of relief. That finishes today's classes. It felt like an awfully long day. I need to meet up with Asa before I can mentally process all this stuff.
立花君、ちょっと君には書いてもらわなきゃいけない書類があるから、職員室に寄っていってくれるかな。
The young female teacher waves and leaves the classroom. So I still have some necessary paperwork to do, huh? I don't know what kind of documents I need to finish, but it's best for me to just get this over with and head home. Excuse me, it's Tachibana. The classroom teacher comes rushing out into the hall, bringing the documents with her.
ごめんね。本当は朝に渡そうと思ったんだけど、今日はバタバタしてたの。はい、これ書類ね。あと一応転校生には島の説明をすることになってるんだけど、大体わかったわよね。
I think you know the gist of it, don't you? Well, I know for a fact that there's nobody here. Just nobody here. Like, who am I talking to? Oh, yes, certainly. The school is crazy beyond my wildest dreams. Yeah, 'cause there's nobody here. What can I say? But yikes. It's hard to even believe that silence was normal once upon a time.
やだ、朝ちゃん学校行かない。
I see you're in perfect form again today. I managed to get her to change into her uniform and eat breakfast, but she's just sitting in the living room, hunched in the fetal position. Come on, tie up your hair, and let's get going.
行かない。妹は学校には行かない。家にいるのだ。
For crying out loud. Do you want it to get even dumber?
日常に支障のない分の算数はできるし。
Please, you can't even manage long division.
バカ言うな兄。そんなの楽勝ですよ。
Perhaps if you could do your multiplication tables.
九九なら6割できるし。
So nothing past the sixes then. Great. I didn't think our family was genetically challenged, but my sister's just out here living off her impulses like an animal.
ねえ兄、一緒に家に引きこもろう。FX で大損こいで泣き崩れる配信とか見ながら人々の悲壮を我が糧とじよう。
Yes, other people's pain for our sustenance. That actually just sounds really fun. What are you, some kind of Schadenfreude monster? Still, I can understand why she doesn't want to leave the house. it's not like I want to go to such a dangerous place either. Maybe Asa's right. Yeah, we'll just camp out at home today. Correct! The murder of my deceased mother is staring at me. Damn it, I almost fell for my sister's nonsense again. You know, I don't really want to leave the house either. But I made a promise to our parents.
お願いされた。せめて小学校レベルの算数はできるようになろうって泣きながら。
Even if they're gone now, I still want to make their last request come true. And I'm not just doing it for them, but for you too. There's no one outside this house left for us to rely on. We're alone against the world, so let's just work it out together. So let's just work it together out there. And I'll make sure that you master your multiplication tables.
兄、妹のためのそんな無駄に固い決意を見せるなんて好き、抱いて。
We engage in a warm embrace. Alright, let's make it back home again safely today.
おー。
あら、立花くん、おはよう。ここでの生活は慣れた？
Ah, it's our neighbor. Good morning. Go on, Asa. Say hi.
はい、こんにちは。
It's not like we haven't seen her before, but Asa still cowers behind me.
何かあったら気軽にうちに来てくれて大丈夫だからね。
Thanks. We really appreciate it. I wave a hand at the neighbor's wife as we walk off. Even just casual conversations with the neighbors are wearing me out. Yeah, we're severe introverts. That's why everything's just wearing us out. But anyways, back to the prior topic of discussion. For now, it's most important that we get to and from school without being seen by anyone, because we don't want to get into conversations with anybody. Yeah, we're severe introverts. This is a family-friendly show.
じゃあ隠密行動だね。それなら妹に任せなさいよ。隠密ゲームしこたまプレイしましたから。
Yeah. I'm not sure the old cardboard trick will work on these guys.
それ来たぞ、隠れろスネーク。
Wait, there's a wall behind me. Ugh! Asa tackles me, pushing me against the wall to hide behind an electricity pole. Sister or not, I'm seriously about to sock in the mouth.
人が来たんだよ。ほら、向こう。
Wait, really? She's right. I can hear footsteps approaching. Perhaps her sedentary lifestyle has somehow endowed her with animalistic super hearing? She was able to hear the footsteps even while we were talking. Perhaps she really is suited for this stealth-based mission. Let's see who's coming. Oh, it's just a little girl. We watch a ditzy-looking girl walk past from the shadow of the electric pole. I push Asa off my back and give her a reproachful look.
いや、あれは私たちよりも年上だったね。
I very much doubt that.
20歳は超えてたんじゃないかな。
In your dreams, maybe. Though, come to think of it, we must have been about that little when we used to live here.
そうだね。今でもあの年なら。
Well, no point in brooding over that. Let's go. We decide on We decided to avoid major streets and only take narrow paths in order to not be seen. But unfortunately, who would have thought we would have ended up wandering around in here? Ceylon Island isn't that big, but it's just circuitous. Only the main roads are drawn on the map. There's a lot of newly built houses around, so relying on our prior memories isn't going to help. Probably would have been a better idea to take a walk around the island beforehand, to get a better feel for the streets. Finally made it. Whew. Asa, are you still with me? Oh boy, my sister's breathing like she's destined to bring balance to the force. At least I made it to school on time. I'm not used to the layout of the school yet, so showing up in the nick of time is probably isn't so bad, all things considered. Right. I need to get home ASAP now that school's wrapping up. Before she can finish her sentence, I run like the wind out of the classroom. The perfect environment to slip out unnoticed. Just have to message Asa real quick. I pull out my tablet and tell her to wait for me in front of the school gate. I was late getting to the gate, but I didn't see her there. After a few loops of the dial tone, she finally picks up. Asa, where are you? Well, you're home now, so no worries. I should be back soon, but I'm gonna do a bit of shopping on the way there first. What do you want? If it's a prepaid debit card, then forget it. How do you lose a pillow? I guess. Alright, will any pillow do? I doubt you'd even wake up if you didn't have one. So, anyways, I'll get one for you later. Right. So how do I get to the shopping district from here? Surely there's somewhere in the island to buy that stuff. Come to think of it, I heard they put up a new department store in the shopping district recently. Alright, I'll try going there first.
おう、兄おかえり。ってどうしたの？そんなに疲れ切った顔して。
Hey sis, don't mind me. It's nothing. I dropped the shopping bags and flopped on the floor. At least they actually had pillows. Here.
ありがとう、兄。
What is it?
ほら、兄、これ。
It's a goddamn yes no pillow. Seriously? I'm so done right now.
すげえ。これがあれば面倒な時は喋らなくてもいいじゃん。うわー、めっちゃ便利。
Well, I suppose it was worth it. As long as she's happy. I got home earlier than I expected to. Guess I should do some housework I keep putting off. I warily get up and go over to the kitchen. Asa, can you help me with the cooking? I'm going to make stir-fried vegetables, so can you cut some up? And she's answering at the pillow. I'm going to put the bell peppers in too, so make sure you eat them. Oh, okay. No for that. Can you wash them for me after you're finished cutting them? No? Oh, okay. So you want finely chopped chives or white bait fish? No. If you're not gonna answer me, then I'm gonna throw in a whole cup of white bait.
しらすやだ。白米がいい。
What is wrong with white bait? What is wrong with white bait? It's the same color, no?
妹が悪かったから勘弁してください。
By the time she's finally recovered, dinner is ready. Recovered from what? What did I do? What did I do? The two of us sit at the table together, bonding like good
あ
siblings
んま
ought to.
り美味しくないね。
Don't say that. Even if I can tell, this isn't exactly Haas cuisine. Sorry.
私も洗濯ミスって洗い直しだからお互い様さ。
We both sigh. The two of us are utterly hopeless when it comes to basic household chores. Hardly surprising though. Mom took care of all that stuff for us until recently. Suddenly losing both our parents meant we didn't have anyone to teach us to live without them.
掃除はともかくご飯とかは外で食べる？作るのも大変でしょ？
I'd love to, believe me, but money's already pretty tight around here. We do have some savings, but we have to be mindful of our spending, lest we end up broke. We have little choice but to scrimp and save every chance we get. We'll just have to keep at it to make ends meet.
そうだね。頑張っていこう。兄弟二人きりだもんね。
Aww. Another exhausting day. After getting out of the shower, I go back to my room and immediately get into my futon. My head's killing me, and I feel weary to the core. I stare at the ceiling and recall today's events like a revolving lantern in my mind. I just did some shopping. What do you mean? I slowly close my eyes. Come on, Asa, it's morning. Rise and shine. It's morning, as per usual. I'm shaking Asa, trying to wake her up. Wakey, wakey, Asa. It's morning.
バカじゃん。
Well, you better hop on to it.
妹はいつも朝でしょ。
What the hell are you talking about? I'm about to go beast mode on her, but she's lying on her futon and not moving a muscle. She moans and groans, but her eyes stay shut. She's evidently still drifting through La La Land. This whole thing of her lapsing into an anemic, emotionless pill bug happens more often than I like to admit. Mamma mia, Mamma mia, caramba. At times like this, I have to do everything from A to Z to get her ready. I have a feeling it was like mo shikata ga nai na or something like that in Japanese. Oh well. Oh god, you're so heavy! As my sister is very much at the midst of a group spurt and has plenty of meat on her bones, she's heavier than she looks. I carry her over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes and leave the room. Come on, get dressed. You can dress yourself, can't you?
優しくして。
Stop talking nonsense. Can I throw this in with the wash? Right. I'll grab your uniform then.
好きにしろよ。
You and I are gonna have a long talk about this lot later, Missy. That does it. Do you want me to... So you don't want to wake up? Come here, I'll just... Shit. Sorry. That does it. So you don't want to wake up? Huh? Come here, I'll just run your head under the goddamn sink and save you the trouble.
妹殺し。はあ、 しゃっきりポンと目が覚めた。
I rub Asa's face rigorously with the towel until her normal expression returns. Eesh, there's not being a morning person, and then there's this. Can be such a mind-boggling pain sometimes.
ごめん。昨日はちょっと夜更かししすぎちゃってさ、寝たの朝方だったんだ。
Same goes with me. You're still a growing girl, though, so you should be getting a decent night's
あ
sleep.
りがとう兄。好き。
Love you too, sis. We hug each other tightly. Right, we're wasting time. Let's get to breakfast ASAP. I'm starving here.
今日は目玉焼き。目玉焼きかこれ。
I kind of burned them a little, though they're still edible. We proceed to indulge in our breakfast of slightly off-tasting white rice and fried eggs burned all the way to the yolk that we try to chew without tasting. Slightly off-tasting white rice. Right, because they don't know how to cook rice. That makes sense. This morning's already turning out to be whoops. There you go. I hang my head leaning my elbows on the table. I hang my head leaning my elbows on the table. Oh, I see.
兄、お疲れ。
Yeah, I guess.
ちゃんと自己管理して元気出せよ。な。
Get a grip and cheer up, okay? It's mostly your fault. I'm tired, you know? I give you a bonk on her head. Though really, I'm used to her shenanigans. Even when my parents were around, I had to drag her out of bed a few times. It's not really that much work anyways. Guess we should get to school now. So right now there are three things we need to be
まず
wearing.
一つは町の人間だね。
Versus townspeople, I'm guessing. Second would be the tourists. And last, but certainly not least, the biggest threat to us right now is Asani stops walking. She tugs my uniform and hides from me.
兄、あそこに SHO のガードマンがいるよ。
What? So they change station depending on what day it is, then. Oops, sorry. I keep ending up touching these buttons. We both poke our heads out from behind the electric pole. So yeah, I was saying, the biggest threat to us right now is the SHO guards. Whatever that stands for. The SHO doesn't have its duties laid out by a committee as such. Their guards are posted around town as a way of maintaining the public order, whatever that means. This public order division is apparently divided into different units. These ladies know the island like the back of their hand. It won't be easy to get away from them unscathed. And on top of that, they're combat trained for the purposes of maintaining public order.
本当だ。首からマシンガン下げてるよ、あの人。
Yo, machine gun though. Huh? Wow, you're right. The weapon she's carrying is for riot control and is loaded with rubber bullets. Rubber bullets are underrated, man. Those could kill people. May not be a lethal armament, but it seems a little extreme for her to be packing heat. But I guess that passes for common sense on this island. But I guess what passes for common sense on this island is anything but. Yes, right. This island is special, I guess. That said though, we usually only see the guards carrying handguns. A different division perhaps? At any rate, it'd be hard to make excuses around her, given her fighting capabilities and knowledge of the law. Let's just hope she doesn't see us. The house we lived in used to belong to our grandparents. When the island was under development and the land was being divvied up, we ended up moving into this standalone house. We're basically living on the same place we used to be before, but nobody in the area seems to remember us. Did you see any faces at school you remember from way back when?
私は一人二人くらいいたけど、こっちには気づいてないみたい。
Huh. Man, it's not like that was long ago either. I wonder why.
多分、人の移り変わりが激しいからだろうね。観光客も多いし、たくさんの人たちと会うから、覚えてないんだと思う。
That seems plausible. You can meet a lot of different people on this island. Perhaps that's why they can't remember each and every individual.
私は、そっちの方がよくわかんないな。
Her voice trails off and disappears into the sounds of the ocean. Perhaps it's just peer pressure? You could say that's the most popular opinion because the lightning rod of groupthink. What? You could say that the most popular opinion becomes a lightning rod for groupthink. Any sort of weird societal trend that manages to get hyper-normalized makes it easier to brainwash the masses. If that sort of idea is implanted in someone from a young age, it can set the belief in them pretty strongly. And it's hardly an easy task for someone to change their beliefs if they're committed enough to them. You know, when we used to live here before, I didn't think it was odd either. Asa's expression abruptly clouds over, though she wipes away that look, and a smile appears in its place.
じゃあ、その価値観に汚染されてない人もいるかもしれないね。
Huh?
だってみんながメインストリームにいるわけじゃないでしょ。なら、自分の価値観を持っている人も島にはいるかもしれないね。
That could very well be true. Though I can't see there being many of them. But still, the thought does give me a glimmer of hope amidst the doom and gloom. Yeah, the doom and gloom of there being nobody here. The bell rings, signaling the beginning of 6th period. Oops. I hurry back to my classroom, having made a brief exit to the hall in order to buy myself a drink. I sit down in time for the bell. Gah! When I do, a searing pain that I've never felt before makes its presence known to my gluteus ouches. So, what? Yeah, anyways, I get through the last classes. I should be okay if I make it home without being spotted by the FS or SHM. Last period is just one long homeroom today, so no sweat there. I had my worries about how today might go, but I think I might actually get through this. Instinct kicks in and I burst out into the hall.
ほら、ちょっとこっち来て。
Wait, hey. She drags me along by the hand. But unusually, in the place we finally stop at, there's not a single soul around. Why did she bring me here?
ま、それはともかく。ねえ、あんた。
please don't turn me in.
何言ってんのあんた。私の名前は片桐七瀬。あんたは転校生よね。
淳之介、橘。
橘？
She smiles and takes note of my name. However, something else preoccupies my attention. She's normal. How to put it? Of all the people I met on this island, she's disconcertingly normal, seeming. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've met someone like this since coming to Seiran Island. I ruminate over what Asa said this morning.
じゃあその価値観に汚染されてない人もいるかもしれないね。
Then maybe there are other people who here who haven't been totally tainted by that brainworm. Alright. Yeah, that's so hard to say. Don't tell me this girl is... Maybe she's one of them? If that's the case, does that mean she has the same values we do? No way. I'm that lucky. I feel so stupid. I know. No way I'm that lucky. I feel so stupid. That makes sense. Look at me going and getting my hopes up. I want to hide under the galaxy. Did I just run away from her? She just took me out to the back. They just ditched her. I was like, oh man. It just starts conversation and just leaves. Alright. School's over. I'm currently holed up in the janitor's closet, hunched over in the fetal position. For some reason. Sister's staying late at school today. Girls only physical, apparently. I feel myself spacing out. Probably because I'm sleep deprived. However, no matter how much I shut my eyes, I can't sleep. My head's killing me. I get out and stretch. Whew. Time to take a leak at last. I finally managed to get to the toilet and do my business. I poke my head out of the toilet and check the surroundings. Since this area is where the special classrooms are, there isn't much foot traffic. Not many students come here, it seems. What do you mean special classrooms? Like as in like probably for like science experiments and stuff, I guess. I don't know. Tokubetsu. I wonder what these special classrooms are. It seems like there are still quite a few students doing their thing. Yes, quite a few students, as in there's none. These hallways are empty. Everything's empty. The main character is just hallucinating everything, right? At any rate, I still have to stick around here until my sister is done with her stuff.
橘くん?
Oh, Tachibana. I hear a voice behind me. I turn around and see my classroom teacher.
それで、この島の生活はどう？もう慣れた？
Let me just double check what Miss Tachibana looks like. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, I mean mostly. I did used to live here in the past after all.
そんなに身構えないで。説教するわけじゃないんだから。気軽に話していいんだからね。
She finds my awareness amusing. Her smiling face makes her light slightly.
でも、新しい生活は大変でしょう。何せ、お父さんとお母さんを一度に亡くしてしまったんだし。
Yes, you're right. Our parents died 2 months ago. It was a car accident. There wasn't anything suspicious or untoward about how it happened. That sounds really suspicious. But whatever. Long story short, we smashed into a truck. They were both in the front seats and died instantly, while me and my sister survived. It's probably a plot twist or something, right? I don't remember much after that. But I do know that we didn't have any other relatives or anyone close to us that we could rely upon. However, we were too old to live in an orphanage.
こちらには確かおじいさんの家があったのよね。
Yeah, on my dad's side. They lived on the island before the big development project. So they basically left their house behind. We don't have to worry about paying rent living in that house. It's convenient. To be blunt, my parents didn't really leave enough money behind to account for living as a student while paying rent. So we had no other choice but to come here.
そうよね。その年で生きる選択肢が狭まるというのは大変なことだったわよね。
The voice is filled with empathy.
けどお金の問題というのなら、立花君、どうして SS の奨学金をもらわないの？
Yeah, why didn't you apply for the FS scholarship?
せっかくセイラン島にいるのだし、SHO 第一種奨学金はもらっておいたらどう？返済利子もつかないわよ。
Yeah. Actually, isn't 奨学金this isn't a scholarship though. This is I think it's more student loans. Yeah, I thought 奨学金 was student loans, not what was it? Not a scholarship. But yeah, why didn't you apply for the SHO scholarship, huh?
それに立花君の学力なら SHO 特別奨学金ももらえるんじゃないかしら。こっちは返済義務もないんだから、花丸さんだってもらってるし。
Yeah, even Hanamaru, whoever that is, managed to get it, you know. Oh well. Doing the FS would burden me with certain obligations. Whatever those obligations are. That is to say, assisting the SHO in acting on their behalf. Yeah. That doesn't sound very bad. That's definitely something I cannot do. And this main character just is not able to cooperate at all.
そっか、そうよね。SS に入ったらできるかわからない仕事をやることになるもの。それは怖いわよね。うん、わかるわ。
Yeah, she nods. Well, she misunderstood my reasons, but at least she understands. She's a teacher after all. Even on this messed up police station of an island, teachers still put their students first. I just let my prejudices about the people here get ahead of me. I feel better talking to her. She's easy to consult.
でも立花君が自信を持てるようになったらどうかな。
Yeah, what if Tachibana-kun could get a little bit of confidence, eh? Huh? I'm taking it back.
すみません。ここ誰かいますか？
That was a little abrupt of a jump cut. I thought I was going to the washroom in the hallway. All of a sudden, I just warp into the classroom for something. It's like as if I blacked out and I don't know what happened. I got roofied, I think. Yeah. Is this the roofie game? The door abruptly opens. Appearing there it
あ
is.
ら、片桐さん、どうしたの？
水瀬さやか先生、水瀬さやか先生、外線が入っております。至急職員室までお越しください。
呼び出しが入っちゃった。じゃあこのテストはまた今度ね、立花くん。
What pop quiz? What happened? She skips out of the room as though nothing happened. Yeah, because nothing happened.
何かあったの？
おい、こら！
ちょっと！
Yo, wait up, fam. Where you going? I run off without thinking yet again.
抜き足し？
Yeah, what is it?
さっきからどうしちゃったの、兄。正気吸い取られたみたいなお顔して。
Right. 正気ね、正気。
ダメだこいつ会話できねえわ。
I collapse on the couch and bury my face in the cushion. And I can't even find the right words for how exhausted I am.
なんでもいいけどよ。そろそろご飯にしようぜ。なあ。
Yeah, it must be much, much worse for my sister, man. Imagine. Okay, fine. I forgot cooking was on you tonight. We sit at the living room table and dig into the food placed there. Yep. It's pretty much the same as the food that I make.
つまり、すごく微妙。
Yeah, it's disgusting, man. It's barely edible. You'd think I'd be at least able to eat my feelings with some decent food right now. So much for that idea. Our cooking abilities haven't improved one jot. What's up with that? Come to think of it, we ought to clean up the place. Don't want it to get too dusty. Oh, girl. Asa, have you ever done any dusting? Actually, do we actually have any cleaning equipment at all? So what was that last two letters in the name of that dumb ice fairy who always says she's the strongest? Name the band that composed and performs such songs such as Roundabout and Owner of a Lonely. I forgot the last word. Heart? Man, this thing is really convenient. My sister here seems to detach her yes-no pillow. She's taken to carrying it with her at all times at home. Conversations were never her strong suit after all. Ah, sigh. I lean forward on the table, dead tired. My spirit's been worn away. I'm completely sapped by my will to do anything for the rest of the day. At least I have a day off tomorrow. But knowing I'm going to just waste it cleaning the house kind of thing.
そういえば兄、明日から家事代行サービスを呼ぶっていうのはどう？
House cleaning service. Let me put that pill down already. House cleaning service now? Oh, down already. Housekeeping service, huh?
ほら、今日こんなチラシが入ってたの。
I take it from her and look over it. The housekeeping service seems to involve someone coming on a pre-scheduled day to your house and performing housework. They can do cleaning, washing, and
し
cooking.
かも作り置きもしてくれるって。値段考えたら外食よりいいと思わない？
Yeah, you're right. It's cheaper than I would have
どう？
expected.
朝は自分の部屋には人が入ってほしくないタイプだから、掃除は居間とお風呂場とトイレね。
Yeah, that would be convenient. I'm not down with the idea of a stranger messing around in my room either. Yeah, I never know what could happen. But they could take care of all the communal areas in the house. It'd be like a dream come true. And besides, I'd love to be able to actually relax and take a break from all those annoying chores for once. Yeah, I think we can manage that. Could you call them later for me?
合点承知。じゃあすぐやるね。
Asa cleans up the dishes on the table and returns to her room. I rest my chin on my hands. Then I let out a huge sigh. Yeah, what a family-friendly visual novel that was. Can I skip this? I'm gonna skip this. Yeah. See you in part 2, I guess.